I suppose Astarion is part of the vampire aristocracy now. I hope he doesn't expect us to bow to him.
Of course.
Astarion succumbed to his power lust. A Githyanki would have known better. We seek might not for individual power, but for the good of the collective. I may no longer serve Flakith, but I still attend to a collective. The allies of the Prince of the Comet. And, of course, the one we've made for ourselves. To seek power for personal glory alone is a farce. A shame he can't see it.
I can face anything now. Let's get back to the hunt.
I need a quick word.
I had hoped to avoid this path. I had hoped you would choose the better road. A fool I was to ever hope a beast like you could be saved.
Oh, please. There's no need for such language. I promised you Cazador's death, and I more than delivered. I even killed a few thousand spawn whilst I was at it. You should be thanking me for saving you the trouble.
There is no greater or lesser. There is only evil. And it stands before me.
Look at the hate in their eyes. They won't ever stop hunting me.
We gave you a choice, and you chose power. As your kind always does. But I still have hope for you, that you will make a better choice. Will you stand against evil? Will you help us destroy this monster? There is not.
My dear, I wouldn't want it any other way.
Kill them. Kill them all.
Excellent. Step quick. That's curious.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Perhaps. How considerate.
You! What do you want? Please, just make your purchase and go. I don't have energy for anything else. Be quick about it. What? Be very sure before you make to visit Lorroakan. He's got a beastly temper. But if you really do know something, he'll want to see you. Head upstairs. You can find the way into his tower up there. Not a title from me, I think.
Literature department. Can I help you? Whoosh. These books are sensitive. They prefer an environment of quiet reverence. Bold. You might have heard that our library has a collection other shops would lack the skill to curate. Between us, even Master Lorroakan was reluctant to house them in his tower. The pen is mightier than the magic wand, apparently. They're locked away here for their and our customers' safety. Our finest reserve includes the Tharchiate Codex, the Annals of Karsus and Nethery's Folly, Sights of the Seelie, and the Curriculum of Strategy. Do any of those interest you?
interesting choice. If I didn't know better, I'd think you might have the necromancy of Thay in your possession. I'd advise tremendous care with the Tharchiate Codex. The cost of unlocking its mysteries is onerous. It is said to be written by Lord Carsus himself, the Netherese arcanist who attempted to replace the goddess Mystra, failed, and was banished for the attempt. Great magical knowledge lies within those pages, but not many can withstand it.
The annals of Carsus would no doubt have much to say about the crown's true nature. If only you could read them.
Buy? Books as temperamental as these are not on sale. They are secured in our vault, where none can harm them, nor can they do any harm. Consider yourself lucky to have learned of such a book's existence, and then forget about it. The annals of Carsus are best left unread. Customers like you are why I prefer the company of books. The only way to gain access to the vault is through my office. And before you ask, no, you are not allowed in there either. You certainly have. Even simple knowledge of these tones is enough to stimulate most.
Would you mind if I finish browsing before you muscle in, please? I was here first, actually.
Welcome, dear patron, to the floor at the top of the stairs. If you have information about the Night Song, great riches await. If you are here to waste the great wizard Lorroakan's time, reconsider. Let your knowledge determine your path forward.
Bright tool will do the trick.
Sense watchful eyes upon you. Perhaps some locks are better left unpicked.
Hold very still, Nicklaw. Craig's aim is much improved, but still leaves something up to chance.
Yes, sir.
All right, Crank. Ready? Aim. We have a visitor. At ease. Nicklaw, you may go. I see no Night Song. Surely you wouldn't have entered my tower without the Night Song in hand? Surely you wouldn't have wasted my time? Fascinating. Fascinating. You've been to Shah's temple, haven't you? To the Shadowfell? And the Night Song? Speak true now, for I detest a liar. I'm growing tired of this repartee, my friend. Let us cut to the chase. Beautiful, isn't it? Worth more than your life, too. I bought it from a Kalashite warlock. There's very little of his soul left to him. It can bind a celestial to the wearer's service with a snap of the fingers. And this can keep her in place. Forever. It didn't work out for poor Ketheric, did it? He was a fool. A desperate mercenary who hoard out his soul to whichever god flattered him. I serve no god, but that which stares back at me in the mirror. The Night Song will be put to a grand purpose, equalizing man and god. Whoever helps me attain that which I seek will be greatly rewarded. Of course not. But perhaps, after enough lifetimes, I might make a start of it. We shall see, won't we? Do as I say, and you will be rewarded beyond imagination. Fail, and you give up the prize to the next motivated mercenary to encounter my contract. The choice is yours, but make no mistake, I always get what I want.
I've got a long road ahead. Bet I can crack that open. Wonder if I've got closer to me.
Just in case what?
Here goes nothing. Never wanted the easy path.
No entry to vaults. Trespassers will be disintegrated. Master Lorroakan.
Me out. There's a trap.
Unlock hereby the path to the Elminster Vault. Unlock hereby the path to the Carsus Vault.
Quite some valuable knowledge hidden between these pages. What's inside? For me. A book on Netherese magic. Gale may like to know.
We should tell Aelin that Lorroakan is hunting her. She has a right to know. Also, she'll want to cave his skull in, and honestly, I would not mind seeing that.
We should tell Dame Aelin of Lorroakan's intentions. I look forward to helping her pound this whelp's skull to grit.
So Lorroakan covets Dame Aelin. He'll live to regret that once we inform her.
Of course.
Just the one?
Shouldn't go wandering in dark alleys. Very dangerous hobby. Gets people killed.
On the half-orc's finger, you notice an unusual ring. Heavy and with a strange symbol carved on its surface.
Scurry away, good book, before I crush you.
You recall seeing this symbol on crates marked for Nine Fingers Keen, leader of the guild. The thug works for her.
Oi! Stop staring. Start walking. Last chance. You're here to see Nine Fingers? She didn't tell me. Always don't let anyone through, Tuscaron. Never here's a list of special guests. Confusing. Come, I'll take you to the guild hall. Nine Fingers is inside. In you go, before I change my mind.
Well, well. The fabled haunt of Nine Fingers Keen.
Never visited before. I thought you got around.
I always steer clear. If guild members started disappearing, people would start asking questions. And Cazador hated questions.
I know where
Let's see.
You probably expect me to turn into a sea of mist, run wrong side up on roofs, and to call on legions of wolves in battle. This will all happen in due time. But for now, patience is required. I hear the whispers of the night, but I can't yet speak its language. It's going to take a while to become acquainted with my new self. Have I? It's possible. I think my instincts have become so quick that the world around me can't catch up. Everything is moving at a grinding pace. I feel like I will live thousands of hours every day, Everything lies ahead. I can see my path to a waking dream. From the Crimson Palace I will govern day and night. Create a city of spawn who bow before me. Cast a fog over the world for my children. But first, we must manage the trifling matter of the brain. Perhaps it will listen to us. Perhaps it too will serve. Vengeance has been reaped upon Cazador. But not the world that made him. Not the world that makes people like him. Shut up! You don't know what it was like. You never will. Baldur's Gate is a city of opportunity like no other. And I don't intend to let one like this pass us by.
If that charlatan Lorroakan thinks he can best Dame Aelin, he's even more clueless than I believed. We should inform her of his delusions. No doubt she'll have great fun in dispelling them. Devil Raphael was telling the truth. There's no doubt. The crown of Karsus is what's controlling the Elder Brain. And this is no mere journal. It contains Karsus's original plans for the crown's construction. His designs for godhood. Not exactly. It was what he did with it that sealed his fate, and, for a time, that of magic itself. The crown was merely the means. The book states that the crown and netherstones were originally one construct, seemingly sundered at the moment of Karsus's downfall. If we can collect the crown's setting and the 3 netherstones, and with the correct invocation of certain spells and gestures detailed in these notes, I think I could reforge it. Worse, it could be the best thing that ever happened to me. To us. Just think of it. The power of the gods in mortal hands at last. We'd be free of doctrine and dogma, confined only by the limits of our imaginations. I promise you, the gods will never grant us such a blessing, no matter how much we worship and adore them. I don't know. Ao does not look kindly on gods meddling in mortal affairs. She may have no choice but to stand by and let events unfold. Even with the fate of the world at stake, she had little more to offer me than the means of blowing myself up at a more convenient time. She's done nothing to help us. Mistra wanted the brain obliterated because of this crown. She fears a world in which such power is beyond her control, ready to be claimed by Karsus's successor. Neither of us can know what truly may be if we don't at least try. Potential is nothing in itself. Just a fleeting dream unless we drag it into the waking world. Please, at least think on it. Powerful as he was, Carsus lacks some advantages I can lay claim to. I know Mystra intimately, and I carry a fragment of the weave itself within my body. Carsus achieved many things, but he never managed that. A long road lies ahead before the crown comes into our possession. All I ask for now is that you do not dismiss this possibility out of hand. Please, at least think on it. I'm glad you can recognize this for the opportunity it is. Nevertheless, not a step to take lightly. It's our future that I'm thinking of. Can't rely on anyone else to do it for us. For now, we've learned all we can. Whatever comes of this, we cannot allow the crown to be reforged in Raphael's image. A devil wielding the might of Carsus. It would be the end of everything. Elminster?
Oh, hello, my boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Baldurian air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. I hear you've been browsing in the most esteemed of Emporium's sorcerous sundries. Indulge my curiosity. What wonders did you discover there? So, you have learned the truth of the enemy we face. The very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mystra asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mystra knows you defied her, Gale. Of course she knows. She's Mystra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last.
I'm curious enough to make the attempt. All right. An audience with the mother of magic it is.
Perhaps that should have been your mission right from the start. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave. If you are willing, trust in Mystra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
I couldn't help overhearing what Elminster said to Gale. Not every day a god asks for a chat. Hey, maybe I'm invited too. I can be the muscle. You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this. Good. And you know, keep an eye on yourself. If you start feeling loopy, shout. We don't know what these tadpoles are capable of.
The mother of all magic, they say. Let us hope Mystra brings Gale good fortunes.
Mystra wants to meet Gale. Impressive. The only thing a god's ever offered me is a cold shoulder.
Poor Gale. I hope he knows that a goddess abandoning him needn't be the end. I know from experience.
Of course.
I thought you'd never ask.
Mother's milk, your visage speaks of ill tidings. Speak, ally mine. What troubles you? Is he indeed? Pray tell, what does he seek from Dame Aelin? Magicians and their machinations. I have had enough for an eternity. I will wring his neck until he's dead. Oh, his end will be one more strand in the great braid of our friendship.
I'm coming with you. I'd like to get a few licks in myself.
My darling, we agreed you'd scout for the nearest Selûnite enclave this very night. Let us divide our efforts, all the sooner to be reunited.
I won't let you go alone. Who knows what this wizard might have planned?
Our closest ally will accompany me, won't you?
It will be a swift and fruitful chore. Hie we to this Lorroakan right away. I am as eager to meet him as he is to ensnare me.
The book radiates power, but the words you read in the Codex echo in your mind, guiding your eyes safely across the page. The once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it. As you pass the strange glyphs, you can feel the book resisting. Ghostly voices whisper at you from the dark, probing and fighting your mind. But your will is iron, and you brush past these shades of the past, devouring every secret the book has to offer. You see now life and death are malleable as clay, to be bent and reshaped by your will. By your power. But as you close the book, a nagging doubt whispers in your mind. What consequences will there be for calling the dead from their rest?
Oh, you rancid bastard. See? Mine's fresh.
Welcome to the Guildhall, Faerun's finest festo. As long as you're not sober.
Or able to smell.
It's worse than any fucking stone.
Wow, look who it is! Glad to see you in the city. Hope you found plenty of coin in Ketheric's coffers. Ready to do some business? Oh, I've got a few ideas. I'll be running this whole place in no time.
Exactly why your boss hired us.
See anything of yours?
It's an orphanage, Ukta. What would you have me do? Seize their toys as payment?
Well, they failed to pay tribute. We should withdraw our protection, at the very least.
And cede more ground to the Stone Lord? You're not suggesting I yield a single inch of the city, my city, to this cult?
We already look weak. If you're seen to be forgiving debts...
I didn't say forgive. Seize the building. Are many children old enough? If they protect what's mine, we'll consider that a start on what's owed.
Yes, Guildmaster. Excuse me? This is a private council.
Keep your underpants clean, Uktar. We're playing host to a hero. You recall our reports of Ketheric Thorm, General of the Absolute, Champion of Merkel, unkillable Tyrant of Moonrise. Meet the one who killed him. Whichever one gives you the most comfort. The Guild is this city's first and last line of defense. It's only natural that we watch the gates for anyone interesting. I'd say you qualify. I already know the one thing about you that I need to. You've crossed paths with the cult's leadership before, and you're still standing. I mean to burn the Absolute from the face of my city. So if you mean to help, congratulations. We just became the best of friends. Knowing what I know usually comes at a cost. But let's say we'll put it on your tab. The leader of some new crew that's intent on paining my arse. If he was just another upstart who didn't like paying guild dues, fair enough. But he and his crew make no demands. Leave no survivors to pass on a message. All I know is that on every scrap of ground he takes from me, the cult of the Absolute soon starts sprouting. Doesn't matter. Whatever god the prick prays to, I'll send him to meet her soon enough. We don't. The Zentarim work for me. Time was I'd charge the bastards double if I let them into my hall at all, but times change. The Guild is many things, but it's not an army. If the Absolute keeps pushing in on our territory, then I need a little weight to push back. Ha! Which part? The Stone Lords hollowed this place out. Half my crews have fled or in hiding. You've dealt with Orin, but Gortash still clutters my streets with his toy soldiers. When the Absolute's army arrives to wage war on the city, our best hope is to make sure they have no leaders in here willing to open the gates for them. All hail the Absolute's worst nightmare. How can I help you in your war today? I was planning to soften you up a bit first, but... straight to business then. Of all the pains in my arse the Absolute was delivered, one in particular keeps growing. A new gang boss who calls himself the Stone Lord. If he was just another upstart who didn't like paying guild dues, fair enough. All I know is that on every scrap of ground he takes from me, the cult of the Absolute soon starts sprouting. He's a prick, whoever he prays to. We know where he plans to hit next. A little operation the Guild have run in the city's counting house. Likely my crew has it in hand. Snare set, ready to draw it tight. But I like a little certainty. And you've dealt with bigger bastards handily enough. Might be more accurate to say the Guild is the city's bank. We bought them out years back. Perfectly legitimate. As I said, I like a little certainty. Obliged. Shouldn't pose any problem for you. In return, if I can offer aid, information, just ask. Oh, did you enjoy the encounter? I have no doubt you gave them a good talking to. The rats usually keep a lid on their nastier notions, but with the Stone Lord business distracting me, some are starting to test the leash. All the more reason to be rid of the cult quickly, so I can remind my crews it's not a leash round their necks if they cross me. It's a noose.
Do not worry. Guild's friends are Tuscrunt's friends. And I don't hurt my friends. Unless they deserve it.
In this part of town.
I wouldn't say I'm certain.